Everybody, Mushbeard here, back with some more Might and Magic Elemental Guardians. Today we are going to talk about free-to-play efficiency. Now I must put out a disclaimer. I am not technically free-to-play for this game. I have spent $5 to support the company and the devs because I do really enjoy this game, so I bought a $5 pack. It was a good investment, I think. It was only $5. I don't normally spend on games, but I've really enjoyed this one, so I thought I'd throw that out there. But for the most part, I'm free-to-play. I didn't get anything from it. It just got me some more energy and seals. No good pulls from it, unfortunately, but today we're going to talk about how if you are free to play or if you don't spend much, like myself, ways that you can be efficient. So some of the things you're looking at when you're not spending a whole lot is you're running out of time because you probably don't have as much time as other people. So you're needing to farm glyphs to get better. You're needing to farm crystals so you can upgrade your glyphs. You're also needing to upgrade fodder or level fodder so that you can 5-star your creatures, or 4-star if that's where you're taking them, but either way, so you can get your stronger creatures up to 4 and 5-star, and do that, or level them up once you've, increased the rarity and everything. So there's ways to do that, but usually you can't do everything at once. You can farm scenarios. Nightmare is 7 energy per run. There is staff farming that you can do with certain things. We'll go take a look at that, so we'll see. A lot of people will do staff on Nightmare, 1, 2, 7 energy. You can have a chance at orange glyphs. You're only going to get them for the particular one that you're farming for. In this case, it's vitality for health. So we'll go ahead and look. He's leveled. Those both need to level. Whatever, I don't think it matters at this point. I'm just grabbing stuff to show that stuff needs leveled. Grab some 2-stars real quick. My apologies. I should have done this beforehand, but we'll grab some 2-stars. There's 2 2-stars. Now you can do this with 4 2-stars or 1-stars or whatever you're leveling. You don't have to have ruined creatures to farm this way, but it'll go a little faster showing this on auto with staff farming. And we'll be able to see, the mana return that you get, the experience that you get per monster or per creature, and all that kind of stuff. So if you are not really in need of too many glyphs, you want a chance at some, but you just kind of mainly focus on leveling, this may be the way to go. We'll be able to look at the experience and stuff here. It may be a little faster because you can do, if you're trying to use up your energy in a short amount of time, this is going to be faster because the runs are going to be a lot faster than the other way I'm going to show you, the way that I do to try and combine everything at once. So we'll see. This was a lot faster than it would normally be because I had glyphed creatures and stuff like that. So we're going to look 1,255 experience for four creatures. You get 1,000 crystals. You get a blue glyph, which a lot of times, which sells for another 1,600. Excuse me. So you're getting less than 3,000 crystals. You're spending 7 energy. You did get 5 fragments, but you can pretty much get those anywhere, and you got 1,200 and some experience for 4 creatures. Now, the way that I do this, so that I can work on getting better glyphs, I can get more experience for my 4 creatures. And I can also get more crystals for things that they typically sell higher. So if I go into the glyph dungeon, and I'm going to use a water tree because that's the one that I have. Whoops, my apologies. I dropped that. You may have another unit that you can do this with. Water tree works great. Eventually, people get their water tree so strong they can actually farm Wrath 10 with 4 fodder. Mine is not that strong yet. But even if yours isn't that strong yet, you can do it on Wrath 6. Right now, I farm Wrath 9. I do have 100% Wrath 19 so far. Finally, I've been playing my way up there. I cannot do Wrath 10 at all. Oh, I can do it manual. I can manual the boss and do it, but I cannot auto it. So this costs 8 energy. Excuse me, and as you can see here, you can get blue glyphs and everything, but they are very rare. You have a chance to get purple glyphs. So it does cost 1 more energy. You do use 5 slots up. What you're going to do, you're going to take 4, and I'll show you. I'll use all 2-stars here, just so you can see that this isn't because I had all these other glyph monsters. Obviously, if I'm using other glyph creatures, I can do this faster, but and right now I'm leveling other things, I do use them, but 8 energy, you'll be able to see the mana increase. You get more mana. I believe the experience should be slightly higher. It might be slightly lower. I have to remember the exact number. We'll find out at the end, but it's right around the same amount. But you're going to be generating better glyphs for your monsters because you're going to have a higher chance. You can get purple, which you can't get farming scenario. You're also going to have a higher chance of getting the yellow-orange glyphs. But they're also going to come with better substats or more substats, which are going to be helpful. More helpful than the flat ones with no substats. I mean, you can get still ones like that here, but even the green ones here sell for over 10,000 if you don't need them. So if you need them, you can keep them, but you're looking at 10,000 plus the mana or the crystals you get at the end of the run. The runs don't take super long. Obviously, if you're using more than one creature that you're leveling up, like if you have a glyph like my Fire Succubus or my Air Jackalman, they speed the runs up, but they don't make it any safer. I will never fail on this. The main key that you're looking for if you're going to use like a water tree is speed. Speed is what, because some people will do this, they vary the defensive stats. Some people like really high HP and a little lower defense. Some people prefer higher defense and lower HP. They both can work as long as you have the speed that you're looking for. If I had more accuracy, that would also help because I could land more poisons for bursting. But the speed is what you need, because if you're too slow, you'll just take too much damage before your healing effects kick back in and everything. And on that note, if you're using Water Tree, I wouldn't suggest doing this on Wrath 7 because of the heal block that they have is going to make it really difficult for you to do so. So you probably skip from 6 right over to 8 once you're strong enough. But that'll be things even better. Obviously, you start the energy cost starts going up and everything, but so you can see, you can use the staff farming, and my treant will just hit whatever he wants. It doesn't matter. I've never failed this. I've run this over 100 times. This is what I normally do if I'm leveling fodder or other units, and I want my crystals and my glyphs. This is what I'm doing. I'm farming 6. When they had the event that was just going on when you needed to get mana for upgrading glyphs and selling glyphs and you had higher glyph rate drops, I was farming 6 because it was way faster than farming 9. I could farm it like 3 times before I could farm one run of 9. So the chances of getting better glyphs was better because I was spending less energy, and 2, I was running more runs. So there we go. So you got 1,500 reward crystals extra just for running it. So you spent the 1 extra energy. You've already started off with 1,500 extra crystals. You do get more experience. You get 1,380 compared to like 1,260, I think it was, for your 4 creatures. So you're getting more there. So you're getting more experience for leveling, and then it sold for 1,650 was what the blue rune sold for, and nightmare mode and scenario, and this green rune is going to sell. This is a really low one for 69.55. So you are making out that 1 extra energy. If you calculate it, is it worth, I think it's worth it. I believe that it's worth it. And you would just run it, replay. It's 8 energy. It's not too difficult. It only takes a couple minutes. It's not super fast, but I think this is the most efficient way if you have a unit that can do this. Like I said, I'm using Water Tree. I'm sure there are other units that can do it. There's plenty of natural 4-stars that can do it. So you just have to be able to glyph up the right one that can do these sorts of things. And I think you can be more efficient when you're trying to spend your time wisely. So when you need the crystals, you need the glyphs, and you need to level, what are you going to do? Well, here's what I do. Maybe you can think of a better way, but when I compared it with the scenario, I was getting more experience, I was getting more crystals, I was getting better glyph drops, stuff like that. I didn't see why I wouldn't do it. It was only 1 extra energy. And I didn't find it that much of a problem. So hopefully this is something you guys can take advantage of. We'll wait till this run ends so we can see if we get what kind of glyph drop we get. But usually the glyphs are like 10,500 for selling them. So that one at just under 7,000 was lower than most. But let me know if there's another way for you free to play or low spending people. If there's a way to become more efficient, we definitely want to get that out there because time and resources are all a constraint if you're not spending a lot on the game, so you definitely want to make sure that you're doing them wisely. Maybe you realize that I'm not doing this wisely, but to me this looks like a great investment for my energy and my time to get the 3 things that I'm looking for pretty much constantly. If I'm farming just for glyphs, like I'm not really raising anything, then I'll go do 9 and try to get a better chance at glyphs and some more crystals. But lately I can just level a whole bunch of fodder while doing 6 and then slowly work on my glyphs to get up so I can do 10, and then eventually, hopefully, my water treant will be strong enough to do 10 on its own, and then I can take 4 fodder with me, get even more experience, more, all that good stuff, before I move on to strength or benefit. But you can see he's moving through pretty quickly because of his poison mail, his burst. The staff obviously helps a lot, stuff like that. So we'll see, and we're already down to the boss. Poison, and you can see he's not, even when I hit, if I could land more poisons, that would definitely help. So having higher accuracy would help me as well. But it shouldn't be too bad. So we'll see here again. 1380, 2500. We get a green rune. There we go. 10,433 for selling that. So we're getting a lot more crystals. I think it's more efficient. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video, everybody. This is Mushbeard. I am out.